Hello, fellow Sudokans, and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Saturday, the 18th of March, 2023. I hope you are keeping well. It's still fairly early here, but not as early as it was about 10 or 15 minutes ago when I started this puzzle for the first time and messed it up. Now, this is interesting. I am not sure that whether I messed it up because of faulty logic or because I made a mistake in entering the numbers. I can't quite work it out. So I'm going to. By the way, I was using pencil marks, but I may have made a mistake in my logic. But I'm going to do the same thing again. And if I do the same thing again, it works out this time. I'll know that it wasn't a mistake in logic, but just a mistake in entering the digits somewhere. If it goes wrong, I'll know that the logic was faulty. Right. So shall we begin? I'm just going to go through and do any easy ones first of all. So we've got one blocking. Oh, hang on. I forgot to mention something important, didn't I? I forgot to mention Vladimir Putin has an arrest warrant out for him from the International Criminal Court in The Hague. And this is a good thing. But it's not for like starting a war. It's for deporting Ukrainian children. Basically kidnapping them, sending them off to Russia. But how about we arrest people who begin wars for no reason, not defensive wars, aggressive wars. And while we're at it, we could go back and pick up George W. Bush and Tony Blair. Is it on the 20th anniversary of Iraq as well? Let's get Putin right now. Okay, but you know it's not going to happen, don't you? Because it's a fairly toothless body. Anyway, let's get on and play the game. So we definitely have a 1 in that square there. Now, I've forgotten where the easy ones are. There are a couple of them. I have to start again. Start looking again. Where are you? I know you're there. There are a couple of easy ones. Not that many, though. And then I shall get into the logic thing. Let's just go through one by one because I've forgotten where stuff is now. Okay, we have 3 blocking up here and 3 across here. So 3 blocking up here. That would be our 3. See how these things can happen. Six blocking across here and across here. We need a 6 in this column. That's the 6. We need a 7 in this column as well. 7 blocks down here, so we'll put the 7 in. And we also need a 2 in that column. And now we have 2s blocking down like so. That gives us a 2 there. 2 across here and across here. Puts a 2 into that square there. Let's go through again quickly. 1, 2. Okay, I can't remember if I placed any more. There might be some more easy ones around, but I'm going to put in some pencil marks of stuff that I know. And I want to tell you that this is where I found my logic key to the puzzle. But as I say, it might have been incorrect. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. But before I do that, I just need to spot this. So we've got 1 and 7 blocking across these rows here. So we have a pair of 1 and 7 there. All right, and we're going to be left with 5 and 8. So the 8 blocks down here, so we get 8s in those squares there. And we also have 8s here. Let's just do this. And then the 5. We know this is. We know we've got 5s in this row in those locations, but actually, I'm not going to bother for the moment. Right now, do I need more than this before I can? I can't remember what I did. Okay, I've got 2s in these squares here. Okay, we've got 4s in these squares here. We've got 7s in those squares. And we've got 9s in those squares there, right, with the 9s blocking up here and blocking across these 2 rows. So now this is what I did before: 2, 4, 7, 9. We've got 4 numbers in 4 squares, right? Now surely that is correct, isn't it? 4 numbers, 4 squares. It must be those numbers, so it can't be anything else. Now this is the logic that I used before, but as I say, it messed up, but I just could have just made a mistake. So what I can safely assume, I guess, is that 7 is in that square, and this would be 4, and that 4 and 7 can be removed from here, so we end up with a pair of 2 and 9. Now I hope that's correct. Alright, so let's just take it from there on. So now we've got 1s, oops, 1s blocking up like this, and across here that puts a pair of 1s there. That's going to give me 1s in those squares there. 3s block across here like this. Ah, I see where the mistake was. Somehow or another, I think I put 3s into those 2 squares before, but I've actually got 3s possible in those squares. I think that's where the mistake came. I reckon that's it. We do have 6s in these squares though, because we've got 6 blocking across here. That puts 6 up there, right? So we get 6s like that. Okay, so yes, so alright, so I don't think I made a mistake in my logic up here. I think the mistake was that I mistakenly saw a pair of 3s there when it was not true. And I had 3s in these squares as well somehow. Let's see, 3. Yeah, I do have 3s in those squares. But I can't remove this one, so that's where the mistake was. Alright, okay, good. I'm feeling good now. Right, so let's go ahead and look for any paired candidates. Any more paired candidates. Or a triple like that. Okay, we have a pair of 6 and 7 up here now, so that means that this is an 8. And I did do that before, actually, I just remembered. Okay, I found it a bit faster last time anyway. This will be a 5, right, because we got 1 and 7 here, so that has to be a 5. This is our 8, and this is our 3. And so now we have a pair of 3s up here, And since we have 1s in those squares, we now have a pair of 3 and 1. So that means here we are looking for 5 and 8. We've got the 8 blocking across here and 8 blocking up here. This is our 8. This is our 6. This is our 5. And this is our 5 here. And that puts a pair of 5s down there. And we will get rid of candidate 5 there. And when we do that, we will be left with 1s. Nope, still possible there. Okay. Right, we don't have any completed digits yet. But we do have 1 empty square in this row, and that will be filled by a 7. We have a pair of 3s in those squares now. Pair of 6s go there now. Actually, we got 1 and 3 up here. This is a pair of 6 and something else, isn't it? Pair of 6 and 5 actually. 5s also have to go there, but we've got a 5 blocking here like this, so that will be our 5, and that will be our 6, and 6 will not go in this square. We will have a pair of 5s up there. There's 1 number missing from here. 1, 2, 3. We're looking for 9s still. We have 9 blocking here, and so 9 will go in those squares, and I believe this is done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that has to be a 1 then, and that means 1 blocks across here and across here, so that gives us a digit 1 there. So we put the 1 there and the 1 up there and the 1 here, and then 3 in that square, 3 in that square, and let's get rid of candidate 3 there. And this is our 7. Oops, wrong mode selected. 7 goes there, 7 down, 7 up, 7 in that square, 7 here now, 7 up there, 6 there, 6 blocking down, 6 across here means that's a 6, that's a 6, and that is not a 6. And okay, let's continue. 2s, 3s, nope, 4s. Yep, we got 4 blocking here, so that must be our 4. We're also going to get a pair of 4s there, and we've got 5 blocking across here, so that in fact is our 5. We have 3 blocking up here, so this is our 3, that's our 3. We shall get rid of candidate 3 to avoid confusion there, and we will place a 4 in this square here, 4 blocking down here. There's our 4. What are we left with? 5 and 9, can we? No, not yet. Up here we just have 1 empty square, and we need what do we need to go there? Excuse me, an 8. We also have 8 blocking up here. Here we have an 8 there. 4 goes in this square, 4 blocks down here, and 4 blocks across here. Here's our 4, this is our 5, that's our 5. This is our 9. 9 goes there, 9 goes there, 9 goes there. 2 is in that square, 2 is in that square, and 9 is in that square. That's our Guardian expert level game for today. So I didn't make a mistake in my logic the first time around, but I did make a mistake in entering a digit somehow or another. I just hit the wrong key, I suppose. Such is life and Sudoku. That's it. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again another time. Bye bye.